When an employee is being terminated from your company, regardless of how long they've been there, there may be a situation where you want to provide them with some type of severance pay going forward. Typically, you're not obligated to do that unless there's a contractual provision that requires it, or unless you're treating that employee differently than you've treated other employees in the past, and that difference in treatment could result in some way, shape, or form in some kind of lawsuit or claim in an agency against you. This might typically arise in a situation where an employee suddenly is not being offered a severance package, and the employee is going to claim that it's based on, for example, his or her gender, or his or her race or religion or national origin, or one of the protected categories under the law. So overall, generally speaking, you don't have an obligation to give severance pay or a severance agreement to an employee who's being terminated. But when you contact an attorney and you discuss with them the circumstances surrounding that employee's termination and that employee's employment history, and whether there's been any kind of personnel file notations about the employee's actions over the course of their employment, for example, that could have led up to termination, you might want to seek that advice prior to engaging in the action of termination, because severance agreements can often help you move forward in a way where you know that you're certain that employee is not going to come back to you and sue the company for some type of illegal action. There are different statute of limitations that apply to the employment claims. And sometimes employees can have as much as 6 years, for example, if there's a breach of contract claim, to sue the employer. So one of the benefits of giving a severance agreement or a severance package to an employee who's being terminated is that you know once that employee signs that agreement, that employee is not going to be able to sue you down the road, and you're freeing up the risk of going forward in a situation where you might be incurring legal costs in defending a claim, or you might be facing even damages in a prospective unlawful termination claim.